Well, what's up, guys? Welcome to this week's video. A lot of stuff going on in this video. We've got some termite content, we've got some bike content, and SuperBee content. So here's the deal. You saw in our last video that the XR was for sale, the SuperBee was for sale. I think they might have actually sold both by that point. Well, the XR is gone. It's in its new home in Louisiana. And they are coming to get the SuperBee today. Transport should be showing up, so we may put that in the video, may not, just kind of see what's going on at that time. I don't know if I want to see it leave. But yesterday, I went and bought a new bike. It's new to me bike. It's obviously used, but it is here in the shop. We're going to be working on it some today. So there it is. I went and got a 2022 CRF 300L. This bike has a ton of upgrades on it, which is why I wanted it, because it was basically spec'd out dang near exactly how I wanted one. Andrew's here to help me work on it.
He was jealous of my new bike.
Yeah. I did like the fuel injection, how fast it started. That was quite nice. And the fact that my feet could touch the ground. Yeah. So just to give you a quick walk around of this bike, to start with, you notice it's got the bigger gas tank. It's got the 3.6 gallon gas tank. Got Renthal bars, Tusk, hand guards here. It's got the integrated turn signals, and they are over there in a bag. I don't know if I'll put those in or not, but it's got the Adventure Spec phone mount. Really like this. This was something I for sure wanted, that I was gonna do on one. This one already had it on it. Seat Concepts low profile seat. Rack, it's got the FMF titanium full exhaust, and it's got the 550 tune ECM on it. So let's see, I don't know what else. Skid plate, it's got a bunch of stuff, but we got it home yesterday. It was like a 5-hour drive one way. Grabbed it, came home, got in last night, we cleaned it up. And today, that is the factory link. It's got a lowering link on it. And you can see it there. And I don't need that. The bike is actually real low. Like, my feet are flat and my knees are bent.
My feet are flat.
It's so, yeah, Andrew's feet are flat. So, but the guy I got it from said it also handled weird after he put the link on there. And since I don't need it anyway, we're going to start putting the factory link back on it and get it picked back up in the back. And the ABS, this is an ABS model. The ABS has been turned off by pulling the fuses. I don't want ABS, so I'm probably gonna undo. You see, this is an ABS line here that runs down here. I'm gonna probably take all of that off and just kind of start the process of cleaning it up. Eventually, over time, I will fully take all of the ABS off of this bike. I don't need it. I don't want it. So all of that will come off over time eventually. I ordered new tires last night. These are, you can tell they are in pretty rough shape, but the fronts for sure. The backs are still got a little life left in it, but I just went ahead and ordered 2 new tires. And y'all know me, I went with the Golden Boys, the Shinko 244s. So this week, we'll get new tires on it. I also ordered wide foot pegs for them, because those are just something that when I did to the XR, massive improvement. Really, really liked it. I think that's it. I think that's everything. So as I said, we're going to be full in on this today. Termite, we finally got the lower radiator hose in the other day. And I was letting it run and topping off the radiator, and I looked down at the harmonic balancer or the crank pulley, and it was just wobbling. Wobbling pretty good. And that was causing the belt to even move on the tensioner. So that's the original harmonic balancer that was on that motor when we got it. So I've got a new harmonic balancer. We're going to be throwing that on because the rubber in there just over time dries out and separates. So I'm going to be throwing a new harmonic balancer on Termite, and it should be good to go. So, you know, Termite's still just doing Termite. So, yeah, busy day here in the shop. We're going to start getting some stuff done. and just bring you guys along the way. She's already taking it.
I'm not taking it. You saw what I did yesterday. He was like, ride it for a second. And I was like, whoa, this feels funny. And it was weird. And I didn't ride it, but I'm going to ride it today.
But you can see Andrea's, it's got the low profile seat.
It's lower than mine. Because mine, I'm kind of on my tiptoes. Whereas this one, I'm on the balls of my feet.
Yeah. But it is, you know, these, the one complaint you hear with 300s is that the suspension is super, super soft. Yeah, and I agree, it is. And that will probably be a big upgrade that I'll do in the future, is we'll redo the suspension, put something a little more, the Cogent, I think is what most people put on them. And so I've looked at them, and that's probably what we'll go in it eventually. But for right now, we're just gonna keep it. I love the way it feels though. Like, it's just a really nice bike. So it's light. I just can't get over how light it is.
It's lighter than mine.
So, and that's got a full tank of gas too. So
hey, that was $4.
Yeah.
It's $4 you got back.
But all right. So the regular link is on. Here's the this is for sale if anybody wants one. I'm gonna clean it up if anybody wants to lower their 300. I got you a link. Hit me up. It'll clean up good. It's just dirty. All right, got the air box opened up, and I would say it was time for a filter. This one is pretty disgusting. So I ordered a K&N filter is on the way, and may go in here, and they call that an elephant trunk, which you can see why. I may take that out and shorten it up a little bit or something other, just to where the air don't have to travel so far to get down in there or something. I don't know. But they also make little, you know, you can drill this out and put little inserts and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm gonna fool with that just yet. So yeah, getting everything. I'm surprised it's got a tune on it and exhaust, but they didn't do nothing with the air filter. So we'll get that opened up and breathing a little bit better. And yeah, just keep chipping away at this thing and figuring it out, seeing what it needs, and learning the bike.
Oh my gosh!
All right, show you guys kind of where we are. This is your plug-in for the front ABS. It was just snapped back up in there. I'm gonna put some tape over that to keep water out of that. But I've just been undoing the line to the sensor. It's up to here. There's your clip, and just clipping it along the way. Now we'll get all of this extra doodad off all the way down to the sensor itself, which I will probably have to pull this cover off to get to it. And that will be the front ABS sensor off. And it just clean up all this extra stuff in here. And I got tires coming, as I said, so whenever I pull the back wheel off to do the tire, I'll probably do the back wheel sensor then. And that'll be the sensors off. The hoses on these are longer because it's got to go through all the ABS stuff. But all of that runs way up into all of here, and I'm gonna just leave it. The brakes feel great to me. But one day if I'm ever in there for something else, or I just get a wild hair one afternoon, then I'll go in there and do that and put new brake lines on it that are not long like these are. But for right now, just trying to clean all this off. And the ABS light is on, but that's because the fuses are pulled, but it's not flashing, it's just on. I don't care. We don't need no ABS. Not the way we ride. Now, if you commuted in town and rode on the street all the time, you know, then yeah, I can kind of understand, I guess. But in dirt, I want to be able to slide sometimes. I want to be able to have my brakes. I don't need something else telling me what I don't need. I don't need that. So we're just getting it all off. All right, ABS sensor just bolted here. So all of that is now off. I will probably, while I got the wheel off, go ahead and take that ring off, the black ring. Tire's gonna be coming back off this week to put a new tire on, but looks like we had somebody living underneath the cover there. Okay, we're gonna be up here on Termite for a second. Just to show you, we got our new radiator hose. Let's see. There's nowhere to see it right there. One of the coil type, but it's one piece and took the place of this thing that I had made. And see what happened is it come out right there. I had a clamp on that, holding it together. There is plastic couplers inside of all these joints, and it held for a while, but you know, that was really a temporary thing that I did just so we could crank it for the first time, and then I had intentions of coming back and replacing it, and I just never did. So now we got a one-piece, nice one, but I'm gonna show you guys what this is doing. And I noticed this the other day when I was topping off the coolant, and I had Termite running, and I was standing here and I just happened to look down, and I'm trying to get my lights and everything situated in here where you can actually see something. I may just have to hold it, but let me get it fired up and we'll show you what we're dealing with here. So if you look down at that harmonic balancer, it's hard to tell on video, but it's wobbling. It don't look like it on video, but it is. So, got a new one here. Get that in and get rid of that vibration before it tears something up. So, all right, I'm gonna get to pulling stuff apart and slapping it in there. Well, we made it all a little ways. Radiator ended up having to come out. dumped all of the brand new coolant that I just filled it up with. But that's what I was in the process of doing when I saw that the balancer was wobbling. So, you know how it is when you start something and you try to do it every way except for what you know you're going to have to do. I knew we were going to have to pull it, but I fought so long that I got frustrated trying to do it without pulling the radiator. Ended up pulling it anyway, dumping coolant all down my back, in my hair, whole nine. Anyway, the old balancer is out. New balancer is not in because I can't get enough of a hit on it with just the tight area to get it kind of started on the crank so that I can put my bolt in and tighten it all the way down in. So I'm gonna have to go get a longer bolt or something to be able to get it going. So yeah, I may look and see at the parts house if they have something. They may have a install kit. I don't know. I've always just tapped them with a hammer enough in the center to get them started, and then the bolt kind of catches and you can suck them on in. But so anyway, I got to run to town anyway and take the puller back and get a few things for the bike. So if they got one, we'll come back and finish this. If not, we'll just wait till Monday and I'll get a bolt. We'll do it in then.
You got an update on Termite?
They had an install kit, but it don't work. So I'm gonna have to wait till Monday and just get a longer bolt that I can get started in there and start sucking the crank in that way, or the pulley in that way. So we'll just wait till Monday. I'll get a bolt. It is what it is. Everything's tore up already. Not tore up, but nothing's finished.
How you doing?
On the XL.
You could take the XL out there. You'd have to lead the way because I'm the one with the back blinkers. You'd have to get in with the hand signals.
Yeah. Okay, a couple days later, we finally got the right tool. This bolt threads all the way in. My local O'Reilly's had to order it from another store, but there's your part number there, but it's got a variety of stuff, and that actually fit in there and went on easy. But all right, now I can get that out, start putting this thing back together finally. Back from a test drive. So lately I do the work and I let Andrew do the test drives. So she's pulling in now, letting it get up to temp, and then we'll let her cool down, top her off, and she should be good to go. Pop the hood so we can let it kind of cool. So if I do this with one hand, as you can see down in there, maybe our bottom pulley is holding steady. So, all right, we're gonna shut her off. Is it up to temp?
Not even almost.
There
was a little while where I thought like you didn't have it hooked up because it sat on the 0.
Well, because of where it is in the coolant line, it don't really show you until the thermostat opens, and then all of a sudden it's there because it's in the neck, and that's usually
I've got the heat on too.
You can turn that off. Well, we're ready for new tires. Got the wheels off, got them cleaned up pretty good. Bike's sitting there waiting. Tires will be here tomorrow, and so I'm just trying to get ahead of the game because I'm kind of limited on time this week. So I wanted to have these off and ready to go by the time the tires got here. So hopefully tomorrow they'll arrive fairly early in the day, and I can run over here, slap them babies on. I actually got to put a few miles on the bike today. Andrew and I just went riding back roads around here. She likes doing that at least every other day. Just getting more experience, more comfortable. And so I was able to tag along on this today. Man, it is just so comfortable. Like, it's just such a comfortable bike. I can't get over how, I think the biggest thing I notice besides the ground, my feet on it, is how light this bike is. Like, it is crazy light compared to what the XR was. And not knocking my XR, I miss it because this does not have the torque and the pull that that the XR had that made it such a blast to ride. But just on these back roads and the little curves and narrow stuff, like, it's just so effortless to throw this thing around. So I'm really stoked on it. It's super comfortable, feels really good. I got a K&N filter in it today. It just had the factory one in it, and it was pretty dirty, so it's got a K&N in it now. And so yeah, I got foot pegs that'll be here later this week, but tomorrow the big thing is the tires. So all right, we got tires in, and wanted to kind of show you here when I was looking at what I like to run as big a tire as I can. I just like that. So finding sizes that are comparable is kind of hard because different manufacturers use different units of measurement. So just to kind of show you here, the factory here is a 120/80/18. All right, this is the factory tire that comes on the 300L. I guess, whatever. So anyway, this is a 460/18, which is what Shinko uses. And a lot of people say they're going to be just way bigger and all that kind of stuff, but when you put them side by side, now granted this one here is obviously worn, but when you look at them across, there is not that much different in height here. And then of course in width, not that much different. So I would definitely say the 460/18 is very comparable to the one that's on their factory. And then same thing on the front. This is the Pirelli. It is a 80/121. And with the Shinko, it's going to be just the 3. Let me find the tire size. Right here. 30/21. So that one seemed to match up really well. So there you go on that. So I'm gonna get these babies slapped on, hopefully without pinching a tube. Y'all know my reputation. And get them back on the bike. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna have to end this video off somewhere. I know, and it's been the most random collaboration, but this video kind of depicts what the last 2 or 3 weeks of our lives have been like. A lot of stuff leaving, a lot of stuff coming in. I'm not complaining, and please don't feel sorry for me. It's all to say that we've been busy and overwhelmed, but it's all good. As we are just at a time where things are rolling over, and it's not finished yet. But Angel and I went ride yesterday. We didn't film it. We just wanted to go ride because it's just been so crazy. We were like, look, let's go ride. So she went to DeSoto for the first time. It was insanely dusty. We haven't had rain here for like a month, and it was just crazy dusty. So we swapped out her. She led some, I led some, and you just ate dust the whole day. But we had a blast. We had a great time. We put down a lot of miles. That's the most dirt she's rode. Sorry we didn't film that, but like I said, we just both kind of just wanted to go ride. So it was a great time. You can see the bikes, they need baths, which they will get today. We're going to get them all cleaned up and everything. You can just see the caked dust on the back of my wheel. But man, this was my first time on the 300 in dirt, and I loved it. There was a few little single track trails where I just had to put my feet down just to even just stop and just talk to Andrew for a second. And never once yesterday did I feel like I was going to drop the bike because of height. It just actually caught me off guard a few times. Just my feet were just there, and the weight of the bike was just fantastic. The only time that I really noticed anything different was on the ride over, because we have to run. It's not highway, it's just 2-lane, 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. All all the way over to DeSoto, and I could, you miss that 650 on the road. But that doesn't mean that this was a slouch. It went there. We run 60 all the way over and back. They never complained about it. So that's what we do mostly. So it fits that bill great. I didn't film it, but I did put on the Zeta, I think is how you say it, wide pegs. They finally came in the mail. Loved it. That was an upgrade that as soon as I got the bike, I just put them on order, because after I did wide pegs on my XR, that was one of the biggest improvements ever. And so I was gonna do IMS, but I couldn't find IMS pegs for the 300. I'm sure they make them, but I couldn't find any. And those were like, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks. They were, very affordable, and they did great. So also got the new tires scrubbed in yesterday. I'm a fan of the Golden Boy, and I don't know if I even showed you guys, I got my bags mounted on there. So bags are mounted, and let's see, I think that's about all I've done to the bike as far as that goes. Let's see, Andrea got new mirrors, back to the factory style. She had the, I forgot what they're called. They're in a box up there. She didn't like them. They were big and they're loose and they flop around. So she went back with these, and so she was happy with that. But other than that, we just had a good ride. So yeah, SuperBee's gone. My truck, my Ram, out the window that you can see there, it's for sale. I'm swapping all kinds. Termite's not going anywhere. Don't think we're selling Termite. And Date Night's not really for sale either. So those two guys get to stay and hang around. But my truck is out here. Put new headlights in it the other day. Yeah. So that means here in the near future, you guys are going to see me get a dream vehicle. There's something that I have always wanted since they came out. You probably can guess what it is. I have always wanted one, and with the sale of the SuperBee and the sale of my truck, it makes it very possible for me to do it. And so I'm excited. We are shopping right now and looking, and so here pretty soon, hopefully, you will see a new addition to the channel. And how involved it will be, I don't know, but yeah. But Termite's doing great. You saw us fix the harmonic balancer and the radiator and all that junk. Not radiator, but the coolant hose. All that's doing good. Termite's rocking. We're back driving it every day, so it's, you might can see it right there, chilling outside. But Termite's doing good. But anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling. Thank you guys for hanging with us. Give us a like and a subscribe. Yeah, again, sorry for the roller coaster of a video, but that's, again, what our lives have been like for the last couple of weeks. So anyway, we'll see you guys next week.